Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4, and today we're going to be here in the Southern 100 on board the Honda CBR 600RM from 2005. Now, it's been a while since I've last tackled the Southern 100, and honestly, looking at this in 4K, I'm so glad I did, because it looks absolutely fantastic. I had a thrilling time playing this. I did have a few mistakes along the way, and I think the AI is pretty terrible in this circuit, but I've got to tell you, I really enjoyed my time back in the Southern 100 again. It's been quite a long time since I last really tackled this track. And look who's in first position. The man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Glamour. Now, if you're not aware of Johnny Glamour's been a staple of the channel for quite a while after seeing him competing in so many races within Ride 4. But I think this part is going to be where Carnage really hits the mark pretty good. Actually, I'm surprised. Everyone seems to be doing alright, as we now are very firm on the brakes for the next difficult hairpin, that super tight right-hander, and I think everyone is there. Oh, there's Carnage. Yep, there's absolutely Carnage. A frame rate drop a few little bits. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I think because of the Carnage and the way the AI sort of reacts to crashes, sometimes the frame rate can take a dip. I noticed even when I had my QHD monitor, it would happen quite a lot as there's more Carnage now. As Johnny Glamour is the man who's leading this Grand Prix. Look how close we were to the... Oh my goodness, we were practically within the bush. We'd basically joined forces with the bush as we now bring on the power, chasing down Arthur Thompson. That little bit of a kink there, flick it to the left or the right, as Thompson is still in second position, but Johnny Glamour with that 4-second lead. Goodness me, he's coming out there like a shot. The only man to not really face any adversity so far within this Grand Prix. I'm pretty confident we can chase him down. Just to mention, I'm not using any electronics for this one, so I'm going to struggle with a wheelie every now and again, so just make that known. As we now go on the left-hand side, Johnny Glamour's gone down, and Arthur Thompson has also hit the dirt as we now take over at the front. Is that going to be it? Are we going to now just chuck in the fastest laps we possibly can here in this fantastic circuit of the Southern 100? As goodness me, this part always gives me a little bit of anxiety, because it is so difficult to stop the bike from squirming around and just getting really loose on the brakes. But we'll now brake very gently and very early for the right-hander here for the very difficult Castletown corner, and we'll slowly bring on the power. So the only man to make it through the Southern 100 so far without any sort of hitch. We did get held up a little bit after a couple of crashes, but we aren't on the back foot, let's say. We're in a good situation now. We're up into the lead, and got to tell you, I'm feeling good about the Southern 100. I still feel a little bit on edge because I'm not sure if I'm going to do this very well. It's a very difficult circuit, and it's been quite a long time since I last really gave the Southern 100 a proper run. But I tell you what, looking at that graphic in the top left-hand corner of your screen, I would definitely take that in a heartbeat. DrAce winning with Johnny Glamour in second position, and Arthur Thompson has appeared quite a lot recently, so let's get into the left-hand side now. Keep it nice and tight to the apex, otherwise you don't want to go too wide. Huh? What? What the hell happened? What? What was that? What on earth was that? I'm so confused. That's completely thrown me off now. What? Did I just see that right? The bike just... Oh, and Johnny Glamour's gone down. Oh, that's just awful. That weird crash, and then all of a sudden this, and I've gone too wide. Oh, goodness me, gone too tight. That's the problem. You make the first crash, you get a little bit out of shape, you've lost your concentration, you'll make a second crash, and then from now on, you're good. There should be no more crashes after that one, because you've had those two little moments. Now it's down to focus, concentration mode, as Johnny Glamour features himself back up into third position. So we now throw it into... Oh, goodness me. We were super close to the wall there. That was tight. That was really tight. Goodness me. That was super close. I'm really enjoying this particular track right now, and this combination with this motorcycle is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I've used this Honda before in the past, but this track, this Honda, a fantastic combination. It really is. I would highly recommend you try it. If you're not a fan of the Southern 100, then I would start slow with a smaller bike that's not as powerful and start getting into the track that way. I think that's how we did it with Ulster, to sort of get me to really love that circuit as well. But now onto the right-hand side. It's going to be very difficult here on the brakes. I like to brake quite early and gently. If you try and brake late there, you just slide off every time. So I'd rather just lose a little bit of time and continue to lead the Grand Prix in stunning fashion. But across the line we will go momentarily. I'm curious to see what our lap time is going to be. Of course, we did crash. Well, yeah, we crashed, and we also warped back to the position we once were in, which was truly bizarre. So, however, after all of that, we still have a 6-second lead, and this is the lap I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it now, because we've had those couple of crashes, we've had those couple of moments. This is the one I'm going to absolutely go for it. We're going to thrash it around this Southern 100. I'm going to hopefully practice what I preach and say I'm not going to crash, I'm going to be very smooth, but you never know with this difficult circuit. So hard on the brakes will go now for the right-hander, chucking a bit of rear braking there just to slow them on cycle down just a little bit quicker as we now go on the left-hand side. Keep it tight here, do not go wide, that's beautiful. Gentle on the acceleration, maybe just feather it a little bit into those corners as well, but we now brake very firmly for the difficult hairpin. Keep it nice and tight, a bit of rear brake just to chuck the rear of the bike in, excuse me, as my commentary went a bit AWOL there. We now go on the left-hand side, following those sort of braking markers, keeping an eye on them to give us a good indication of where we need to be. And what I will say is I'm really happy with the way I've remembered the circuit and where to position the bike. A few mistakes along the way, but I'm happy with the positioning of my bike so far and the way I'm riding around the Southern 100. I think this lap is going to be something special as we now go on the left-hand side, slowly bring on the power, slowly chuck it to the left, slowly chuck it to the right, and then back over to the left again as we now go into the very difficult part here, braking extremely firm, right city boot, stamping on the rear brake there just to keep us there, and thankfully we're doing alright. I did notice a couple of frame drops there, but hopefully that's not a problem for you guys. Hopefully it still looks alright. If it doesn't, then I think I recorded this when I had a few thermal throttling issues. I do believe it's all fixed now. I've managed to change the fan speeds and the PC is running much cooler now, so hopefully that won't be a thing ever again. But we are up by 11 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen. We are thrashing it right now around the Southern 100, and I, for one, am absolutely loving it. And if you're enjoying it, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing as well, because it helps out the channel a hell of a lot. And of course, there's a lot of DrAce content still yet to be made and to be released, so stay tuned for now. But across the line we will go in a moment's time. I do estimate around a 2-minute 13 lap, a 2-minute 12, a 2-minute 12.744. That is pretty good. Now I haven't checked the leaderboard to see if that time's any good, but I'm guessing it's probably not too bad. There's a few moments in there which I felt like I could have braked a little bit later, but for a long sprint race kind of, it's more of like a battle of attrition though. So its idea is to stay consistent and relatively smooth rather than just chucking in one fast lap time and then crashing on every other lap. I'm not a fan of crashing, I don't like doing it, so I'd rather go a little bit slower and make sure we don't crash. Up again in the first sector, as we now go on the left hand side. Keep it tight, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I hope we can get a similar lap time once again as we now go very firm on the brakes going into the hairpin. I carried a little bit too much speed. No, I think it was good. We actually did a very good job there. A very, very good job as we now bring on that power once more. Keep it to the left, wait for this mark on your right hand side, then slowly bring on the brakes for the right hander once again. Chuck it to the left hand side for the Williams corner. Slowly let the bike lift its wheel up ever so slightly and just reduce the acceleration, and then charge down this particular part. I love this part. This part is the best. Got to prepare it right though. Chuck it to the left hand side, get close to the wall there, and slowly chuck it to the right, chuck it to the left, position it in the middle, back over to the right, and then you're alright. You've got it through nice and smooth as we now go very firm on the brakes of the right hander. I think I'm seeing more frame drops. I really hope that isn't the case for you guys, but for me it does look a little bit like it, so we'll see what happens at the end of this video. But we now brake firm again for the right hander, keep it nice and tight, then chuck it to the left of the church bends. Don't run it too deep. Ooh, we were so close to curbing it then. Getting on the curb there would be absolutely devastating. But we now, oh Lord almighty. If you want to know how hard we're pushing, consult those little bit of wobbles and you will see how hard we are pushing, because we now slowly bring it in for the stadium bends and now go firm on the brakes for the right hander for the very final corner for the penultimate time as we now bring on the power. I do hope this is going to be a much improved lap time. Johnny Glamour was briefly in second place and now he's gone. Johnny Glamour, come on mate. Goodness me, 0.6 of a second quicker we were on that lap. Let's end on a high. 33-second lead. Look at us on the graphic in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. We are so far ahead. It's untrue. It's unbelievable. This is 120% AI, and they are not great. Oh, massive wheelie. Oh, I felt that as well. The wheel lifted and we got slammed back into it. That wasn't very comfortable. But Johnny Glamour, JJ89, is in second place. I'm sure he's number 89. He's either number 89 or 58 or something like that, I can't remember. But Johnny G on the podium, he's in second place, that's exactly what I want now as I go. Oh, a little bit too tight to the apex there, goodness me. Just clipping the inside. Oh, I didn't fancy doing that. Now the wheelie, oh god, no. It's looking more like an online session at this point, but we're still 38 seconds ahead. Now if it was an online session, if we finish 40 seconds ahead of them, they won't be able to finish the race, but this is the AI, so I'm guessing they'll still be able to finish. But Johnny Glamour in second place, Isaac Burns in third place. It's also a good position for the British rider, and we'll now try and regain a bit of composure, regain a bit of sort of concentration. But I have noticed something extremely concerning. 81% rear tyre. 81% is left on the front tyre. Less than 9 or 9% is available on the rear. What on earth happened there? I don't think I'm particularly acceleration happy or heavy in this circuit, but apparently so, that the rear tyre has been struggling. Maybe a lot of the rear brake has been an issue. Maybe next time consider a hard rear for the Southern 100. I would have expected it more in the front, but I guess there's not really that many hard braking opportunities. There's a couple, but most of the time it's just reducing the acceleration and maybe just applying a little bit of brake. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but the rear tyre is looking worse for wear right now as we are 13 seconds down. 27-second advantage to Johnny Glamour. Pretty good performance if I do say so myself, but I would like to tackle this again and hopefully not make as many mistakes. I do feel like I've let myself down a little bit on this one, but it is what it is. I've not been feeling too great, I'm still not, so I guess I can make the excuse for that. But guys, that's going to be it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button and consider subscribing as well for a lot more content, and I will see you in the next DrAce video. Thanks for watching guys, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.